Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we are here with a mission for the Free Worlds League. So there is, yeah, that's what we're going for. We're going to be going ahead and destroying a base. It's polar and relatively difficult, but we should be okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be boosting up the salvage. There's some very good numbers here, so we're going to go ahead and take all that we can. The money is nice, but we're doing pretty good in that respect at the moment, so that is what we're going for. This will decrease a little bit of our pirates, what shall we call it, reputation with them. However, this will move us up into the next level of friendship with the Free Worlds League, which might just open up a new contract for us, which I would be, well, we may not like this one necessarily, but we could like the ones in the future, so we will take it. Alright, so destroying a base, decisions. Well then, if this is going to be what we're going for, what do we want? Well, we'll keep our Marauder, that's not a bad plan. We'll go... What do we want? We've got a couple of Marauders. We could go with an Atlas, Cyclops. You know what? I feel like the Atlas is probably a little bit of overkill. We don't need to bring that. Let's instead maybe keep the Cyclops and maybe we bring along the Archer for some extra fire support. Yeah, maybe that'll be our tactic in this one. I think we're going to try and stack up that stability damage with the missiles, and then we're going to tip that thing on over. So, with that in mind, yeah, let's go ahead and bring out Cheese Goblin. Unfortunately, our other two pilots are in the infirmary at the moment, but I think we can still make do and make a lot of money as we go. Okay, so our objective is to go ahead and destroy enemy structures and extract safely. We had a few associates go missing recently, and where should they happen to turn up but a pirate blackside? We have to assume that they're being interrogated right now. Normally we'd be extremely concerned for their welfare and we'll try to rescue them, but in this case it seems likely they're beyond rescue. We need you to level that blackside and ensure that any secrets they've spilled are erased. Alright, no honor amongst thieves, I suppose? Yes.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, well, this is an automated warning. You are entering a restricted area. Withdraw or you will be fired on. I don't know, Commander. They seem really serious. Maybe we should... I'm kidding. Let's go wreck some stuff. Okay.
There are icicles on my cockpit.
Alright, so there's the base that we're attacking. I would assume, given the difficulty, they might have some turrets. So we should be aware of that, though. It looks like they're in a bit of a bowl, so we should have a good line of sight. Let's go ahead and... Actually, do we know where the garrison... Oh, the garrison's just down there. Alright, so... I think what we'll do is maybe we'll take the hillside, and then we'll see where that brings us.
Location confirmed.
Oh, and what is that? We already have eyes on a heavy shredder turret. Ooh, AC-20, SRM-6s and flamers, and then another kind of assault turret. So I guess I was definitely right there with all of those, what do we call it? The turret defenses. Alright, let's bring the Zeus into cover. We'll bring the Marauder.
Enemy detected.
Oh, wait a second. Another enemy detected. We have another assault turret. Alright, maybe we want to try and... I was about to say maybe we swing across, but I don't think we'll have the movement needed. No, I guess we'll go as far as we can.
Got it.
And then this archer... it's a bit of a pickle. I wouldn't mind being able to get some eyes on some of these, so I think we will move across. Separate out. We can probably pick up a line of sight from the trees. Oh, and apparently we're already being fired upon. Okay, well... I guess if that's the way they want to play things.
Orders.
Alright, do we go ahead and wait? Alright, so technically speaking, we can move up and shoot at whatever's over there. I don't know what mechs they have. I think we're going to reserve. We definitely get to move before any of the turrets are going to fire, so that is ideal. Yeah, let's reserve once more. Oh, what have we got over here? Again, LRMs.
Damage minimal.
Okay. I guess the others might maybe be out of range for the LRM. Yeah, I'm guessing they're maybe all the way down here. Because they wouldn't target us with all that damage reduction if they had some... Oh, pardon me, something better.
Receiving you.
Alright, so let's see. That mech's not going to be an issue. Let's go... yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and move the Cyclops up. We'll see what we can get eyes on. And, yeah, start to figure out what we need to shoot at first. Looks like the heavy sniper turret. Ooh, 2 PPCs, 4 AC2s, and machine guns. Aye, aye, aye. That is dangerous. Mind you, that AC-20, that's nothing to ignore either. But you know what? We have a lot of LRMs. I think we'll focus on the heavy shredder turret. We'll just go for a full salvo. We need a good 232 points of damage. We will not have enough right now.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
But we will be prepared. Alright, so what have we got here? We've got the Zeus.
Standing by.
Let's see, Rannoch, he can probably... let's see. Oh, we can actually hit that there, so that should be full destruction with that. That'll leave a little bit of extra damage here to be done. Another 42 points. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll move up. And we will take the shot on the untouched turret. Just to make sure that we're not wasting any potential...
All weapons are go.
Any potential damage that we may need from splitting our fire with LRMs.
Destroyed.
Alright, so that's good. Let's just double check the Zeus. We've got... What's this? That's 60, 100... 160 points of damage, assuming everything hits, which will be pretty close to. That'll be almost enough to take out the assault turret.
Reporting.
This one over here, we are... Oh, you know what? We're actually not going to get eyes on that target. Well, that is a conundrum. Okay, well... If we're not going to get any closer, they could... they might be able to, what do we call it? Sensor lock us or figure something else out. I guess we'll go... Actually, we could stand on the ice for a little bit of extra cooling, and I think we will. Yeah, increases stability damage taken, but improves heat sinking.
You have orders?
Maybe if that is the case... Yeah, because all that we need, if we fire from back here, we can fire off the medium lasers. And then, as I said, 160 points of damage. We needed, what was it, 250 odd. It's not going to be enough that we can take out the other one. No, we need sensor locking capabilities. Alright, well then, if that is the case, let's just go... Maybe we just maintain a little bit of cover, see if we can get any eyes on whatever we're dealing with here, give us a bit of a heads up. Yeah, I think that'll be the way that we play this. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll move back there. Yeah, here we go. What do we see back there? A 40-ton mech. Okay. Nothing too crazy. Let's just fire off a... Oh, you know what? We probably have more than enough missiles. Let's just make sure that this thing dies. It's, yeah. No need for us to really worry about our ammunition reserves. We're not going to be around here for long enough. Or at least not if everything goes to plan. Alright, and now we still have our Zeus. I think at this point now we go ahead and reserve. We'll see if we can get anything else to do anything. Okay, the Cyclops is locked. That thing still has to shoot. Ooh. Concerned about standing near him, but it is what it is. Could get eyes on, but that seems rather dangerous. Could get eyes on over there as well. I think between the Cyclops and the Marauder, they should be able to deal with whatever pops on over there. Let's go ahead and spread out some of our mechs and just prepare for whatever happens. I don't think we have to worry about being shot in the back, but just in case, we're still going to move
Full throttle.
to a slightly safer position. Oh, alright. Looks like they have another one of those sniper turrets.
Let's get this done.
Alright, I'm thinking these turrets are going to be the most dangerous thing that we'll be dealing with. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll bring them in closer. Okay, so we've got a Cicada 2A. That is not a concern in the slightest. We can handle that. And then... what's over there? Another 40-ton mech? I don't think that there's really that much that they're going to be able to do.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, we'll either go ahead and... what, we could probably annihilate that thing. Yeah, our shots are pretty solid. And these things are not heavily armed, nor armored. Let's go ahead and reserve once more. We'll see if we can bring out any other mechs from the woodwork. Alright, an assassin. Okay. That is not very concerning. That
Waiting
is
for orders.
very much something I can deal with. Let's bring our Zeus forwards. Zeus?
Ready for orders.
So maybe we bring the Archer forwards first. Yeah, we can maybe send a couple of shots here and there. Maybe fire off a medium laser or two, and then maybe an LRM. Yeah, let's see what we can do.
Have no doubt it will be done.
Alright, so that heavy shredder turret, yep, AC-20. We are now going to be within no, we'll be outside of range, because if our medium laser cannot reach, the AC-20 shouldn't. That said, though, I'm still not necessarily a fan. Yeah, let's go for a multi-target. We'll go with the heavy shredder, the Cicada, and that. Assassin. We'll fire the medium lasers at the assassin just to cut down its evasion. We'll fire a single LRM at either one. We'll soften this a little bit, but we will, yeah, make this easier to target too.
Locking on target.
Again, it's a decent amount of damage for either one, but yeah, given our mechs, I'm not too concerned about being able to eliminate the potential damage. Alright, so let's have a look. That assassin is... oh, shot in the back. Well, that is something I did not realize. That's bad news for him. This thing's down to 152, and this thing is... looking like losing an arm. Alright, well then. Let's bring... You know what, I'm actually tempted to bring our Zeus up and across. We'll fire... let's see, that's 75 points of damage. We need another 150. You know what, I don't really need another assassin at the moment. Maybe we just roll on up. We'll fire a... maybe we fire an LRM into the back? I think that seems reasonable. So what did we need? We needed 35 points, and that's just for the intercept system as well as the SRM-2 and some ammo. Yeah, let's go with the LRM-10, I guess. So we'll go multi-target here. Target that with the LRM-10. So let's see, that'll be 60, 120, 145, 160, and then, you know what, an extra one just in case we miss. I think that seems fair.
Engaging multiple targets.
You never know, if we had missed with one of those lasers, which has happened before, I'd hate for that thing to get a shot off, and you never know, we could have gotten lucky and caused some more trouble for that assassin. Alright, so what have we got left? We have our Cyclops, as well as our Marauder. I'm thinking what we're going to do...
Aye, aye.
Oh, you know what? The odds are much better. Maybe we do just go ahead and take the precision shot and take home some salvage. Yeah, I guess we may as well. Let's just see. Where can we shoot them from? Back here, up a little bit closer. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. But let's not take any obfuscation just in case.
On it.
Alright, and we'll slow that thing down again just in case it survives.
Roger that.
There we go. Alright.
Hell yes.
One less mech. Oh, and I
Tango
see... Hang on a second. Something is off in the distance. What do we see there? Another 80-ton vehicle. Okay. So, I'm guessing these two vehicles and those two are the garrison, and everything else is just for us to figure on out. Let's go... we're not going to be able to pick up that much in the way of targets. Let's just move over here. I guess maybe we'll try and sweep the leg from the...
On the move.
Ooh. Sweep the leg from the assassin, although I do not like the look of that assault turret there. Good thing we're still in cover. You know what, maybe to be on the safe side, to minimize any incoming damage, because again, we are going to have a couple of vehicles move on up, an 80-ton, 70-ton, and that, you know what, let's go ahead and be vigilant. I think that's going to be the way that we do this. Yeah, just to be safe. And then do we go for the assassin? I guess technically we may be able to pop the leg off this thing. Or maybe what we do is we go for a sensor lock and we see what we're dealing with back here. And, yeah, you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and sensor lock it. I know it doesn't make a huge difference this turn, but it will make it harder for it to shoot at us. It also means, actually, you know what? It's not going to change much one way or the other because it's the end of the round. Alright, never mind. Yeah, we're not going to make that silly decision. We'll just put some shots over here and we'll find out.
All weapons are go.
Alright, well... it'll have... whatever happens, happens. Alright, ooh, Shrek PPC carrier. Okay, well, I'm glad we took that extra
Minimal
vigilance.
damage on that hit.
More sniping. Ooh, that could have been bad.
MechWarriors, show them what you got.
Yeah, I was thinking we should have sensor locked that turret. But you know what? I think the vigilance was enough.
Damage is light.
At least we know what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Let's get the Marauder. Let's see. I guess we can take shots here at the Shrek PPC carrier. It's probably the play. Yeah, side on. Yeah, all that we have to do is more or less hit it with the AC-20 and we're almost there. Alright, let's take the shot.
Firing. All weapons.
There we go, vehicle down. That's 3 PPCs less to worry
Vehicle
about.
down.
Ooh. Okay, the assassin coming in for a melee. That's a choice. Not a very well planned choice.
Damage minimal.
Standing by.
Alright, and what else have we got? We've got the Cyclops. I suppose at this point, what have we got? You're pretty quick. AC-10's nice. The LRM-10. Yeah, look, as much as I would happily shoot that thing, I feel like we will be better served taking out that turret. So that's what we're going to go for.
Aye, aye.
We are rather toasty, but that is just the nature of things. Heavy sniper turret, yep, that would be a bit too much. Let's drop off the 2 medium lasers. We'll fire everything else, and we'll just see what we can do.
Locked on target.
Again, if we just have to fire off less LRMs in the turret's direction, that's
How might I
probably
help?
fine. Oh, and we still have... Actually, hang on a second. Let's just reserve to the second initiative. Yeah, we still have our Zeus, and we still
What's the
have
plan?
our Archer. Let's just double check in on that turret. We need 92 points. Alright then.
Yes, Commander.
Let's move our Archer across. We'll go... Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll move here.
I understand.
We'll split our fire, because very rarely do we get to do too much in the way of damage, but that will guarantee that that turret goes down. We'll fire the medium lasers and cut away some of his evasion.
Confirmed.
Alright, and that problem is solved. Oh, and we clipped that left torso from the back, so that is an injury.
Scored a critical hit.
Alright, what else have we got left on that assassin? A single leg. Center torso is pretty beat up. What do we do? I'm very tempted just to try an Alpha Strike, but I don't think that that is particularly necessary. Melee is 115. We could cool on down. I guess it's only these buildings to destroy as well as that gallant. You know what? Maybe what we do... We'll see if maybe Rannick can shoot the assassin. Maybe we go ahead and we focus in on the gallant. Yeah, we'll try and save as many of the weapons as possible. Let's go with a... Oh, actually, it's only LRMs. Hang on a second. Let's move up. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll send a full salvo against the gallant. We'll see if we can salvage its weapons. That's the play. So we're going to go ahead and shoot at the front. No, that's where the LRM is. Could go for the right. We don't want to hit the turret because that's got the better weaponry. Alright, so left or right would be ideal. I guess we'll go for the right side. It is facing us, so technically that would be preferred by others. Yeah, we'll see if we can make that work. Alright, vehicle destroyed, but hopefully we can salvage the weapons.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, so what have we got? Rannick, let's move across. I think this is just going to be for destruction here.
Copy that.
Yeah, I don't think that there's much we can really do here. We're going to be shooting it in the back, so we can't go for that headshot. It is, yeah, the cockpit just isn't viable. So let's just go for a regular attack. All of that should be more than enough. We are shooting directly into where there's no armor.
Got it.
Alright, took out the leg and the core.
Destroyed.
Thank you very much. Alright, so that leaves us nice and free, so let's go ahead and mosey on up.
Certainly.
We'll start just picking out whatever thing we can be bothered firing at, I suppose.
Locking on target.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure. Enemy structure eliminated.
Unless they bring in some reinforcements, we're about to finish this fairly quickly.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Cyclops, you
Roger.
as well. Let's go for the... we're going to get a little toasty, aren't we? Yeah, alright. Well, I guess we'll just have to fire what we've got.
Taking the shot.
Alright, and I suppose... Oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to be... We'll just fire the LRMs. Let's aim at the, what building? You know what? That looks like it's fairly, useful. Oh, and apparently that's not enough to take that out. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and, let's make sure we destroy these buildings. That'll do.
I'm on it.
No office space in there. We'll get rid of the big tower.
That one.
Again, the whole idea is that if
How
for
might
some
I
reason they
help?
were to return, it would be of very
Yes,
minimal
Commander.
value. Or at least that's my theory anyway. Oh, and we only need to destroy one more? Ah, okay. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and that'll do.
It's time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
I can do this alone.
Alright, everything is eliminated.
Mission successful.
Oh, that's the two words we always want to hear. Mission successful. Not exactly a nail-biting mission, and unfortunately I don't think we're going to get as much salvage as I would have preferred, but it is what it is. Alright, no injuries, that is good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and collect. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and we'll pick up the AC-10 and the LRM. We'll pick up the really good stuff since I'm not really too concerned with the numbers of things. SRM2s, honestly, I don't love them as a weapon, so we'll just ignore that. We'll take the Assassin, parts of the Cicada, and whatever else we collect we will take. Yeah, only leaving a machine gun, PPC, a jump jet, some ammo for, yeah, the AC-10, machine gun, and SRM. We definitely took most of that home. It's just unfortunately we couldn't salvage more of the Assassin. I guess maybe we could have aimed for a leg, but again, the other leg was already still sticking around. We weren't exactly shooting at it from a convenient angle. Okay, so I guess that also means we can, if we're lucky, that reputation boost will allow us for that other Marek mission.
That mech you asked for.
We'll just have to
is cleared
see
for
if
fighting.
it is worth anything to us. Alright, so, alright. We'll also swing by the barracks, make sure that all of our pilots... Oh. We've done what we can there. Okay. So we're fine. Alright, so that did work exactly as I hoped. We now have one for tamper-proof. Who is this fighting against? The planetary government? Well, say no more. I think we go ahead and we see if we can make this work. So, we need you to recover our operatives from inside a local government research facility. They will be carrying highly sensitive scientific materials which must be returned to us. These materials are of a biological nature and must not be tampered with. Opening or tampering with the materials will be considered a breach of contract. Alright, the money is relatively low, but salvage can be decent. 3.5 skulls is a pretty decent sign. This does give us free reputation with these guys, as it's against the planetary government. I think this is a no-brainer. So let's go ahead and accept and see what we can find. Do we want to maintain what we did on the last one? I feel like that's probably the way to play it. I didn't mind having all the LRMs. Yeah, let's see if we can make this work a second time. This time maybe against a couple more mechs.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
Okay, so the objective is to retrieve operatives and biological samples and escape. And then, as Oliveria has pointed out, Commander, the Free Worlds League isn't kidding about that non-tampering clause. The contract includes 20 pages of protocol for handling the sample cases we'll be recovering. Alright, so fairly straightforward. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Your target is a local government research facility. You'll be recovering Marek operatives carrying biological sample cases. They're ready for extraction when your units reach the facility. Pick them up and get them to the evac point. Best of luck, Commander. Okay. Well, easy enough to do. We will be, of course, making sure that we secure the operatives. A little bit of bonus pay will never hurt, even though we are here for salvage. So let's see. Well, it's probably safest to swing over to this direction first. Not to mention it seems a little bit faster, so that will do fine. We'll get the Marauder up and running. The Archer can go... actually, you know what? Let's pick up a little bit of elevation. That could be handy. You never know. Alright, so still no contact. That's a-okay. Let's bring the big man over in the Cyclops. And you know what? We might even pick up the... cover. I feel like, yeah, there we go. We should expect some enemies at some point. So a 145-ton mech, not a huge concern. Let's go. Yeah, that should be good enough. Any others on sensor? No. Okay, we'll bring the Marauder up.
Roger.
And the Archer as well.
Moving out.
Yeah, we'll see what we can find. Let's reserve.
Roger that. Standing by.
I think it's probably safest to see if there's any extra mechs hanging around before we encroach.
I copy.
Okay, so I guess I want to play that game.
Sensors have something.
Aha, okay, so there are the others. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 2 65-tonners. Alright. Well, let's move.
Standing by.
Let's go with the Cyclops. Oh, we can't quite take cover, but we can get eyes on. I suppose that's not bad. We're not going to be able to reach the objective on this turn with that. We could maybe move the Zeus instead. Yeah, you know what? That's actually pretty good. And we get some decent eyes on our targets. Yeah, alright. You know what? That'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll move up over there. Alright, so that's that. And, oh, here we go. There's another 45-ton mech over there. Okay, so we should have enough armor. I'm not really too concerned about a singular round. We do see a catapult and then something else.
Yeah?
The Marauder is, oh, potentially able to target that thing. And you know what? I think we will. I know we're not going to have the resolve for a precision shot, but at the same time too,
Move order received.
it's only a 45-ton mech, which we're not really trying to salvage right now. Oh, it's a hatchet man. Okay, well, you know what? Probably not a bad plan to put some fire on that thing before it gets a turn. Would love to get one of those. But I guess we'll just have to take away some of its evasion. Ooh, 60% damage reduction as well. That is substantial. Yeah, okay, so let's see. We're going to need 46 points of damage to destroy that thing. 60% reduction. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to need a decent amount of damage to get past all of that. Let's bring our... let's bring the Cyclops around, I suppose. We've got nothing else. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Before we do... Yeah, AC-10 2 medium lasers. Yeah, this thing's definitely going to go in for the damage if possible.
How might I help?
Let's see. I don't know if the Archer's really going to... Yeah, let's move the Archer over here first. We'll maybe see about...
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, okay. You know what? No. We're going to move the Cyclops. This will be fine. We're going to move that over here.
Location confirmed.
We're going to fire our shots over at the catapult. We'll see if we can maybe start to tip that thing over. That hatchet man should be gone fairly quickly.
Confirmed.
But if we're going to be firing more LRMs at that thing, I'd rather have more of them land on target. So we'll move on up.
Certainly.
Go ahead and we'll target there.
Good to go.
It also means we can make the
We have
most.
the secondary asset, Commander. Bring it home.
Yeah, it means we can make the most of what we have available. Let's see. Do we reckon this thing can catch us? It probably could. It really possibly could. I think what we aim for is... I guess we just take the high position and we just take the shot. We're gonna get hit one way or the other. There's nowhere where we can really travel and avoid... oh, actually we could stay where we are. I don't think that's gonna change anything. They're still gonna be able to get to us. Because even with our regular move, we can almost make it to melee. That thing's got more maneuver than we do. So I guess we'll just go ahead and, well, prepare ourselves to fight against that catapult on the next turn, and we'll see if we can obliterate this thing from existence. Alright, can we take this home?
This should be good.
Alright, well, we got a head hit. That thing's going to live. Oh, what do we see? That is a blackjack. Okay. Alright, yeah, how did we do? Oh, we only stripped the armor. Yeah, that extra cover is kind of annoying. Maybe we should have waited for it to move out.
Reporting.
I'm thinking maybe that would have been the ideal play. Alright, so let's have a look. The catapult, that's not going to get taken out anytime soon. It's going to fire off its shots fairly well. This blackjack, could we maybe kill that thing off?
Yes, Commander.
Don't know if we have one in storage, but again, just in a bit of a predicament. Alright, let's go. that thing's still vertical. We're not going to be able to knock that over. I guess we just focus on the catapult. Yeah. Just going to have to see how this plays out.
Firing!
Alright, well, at least we crit one of the LRM-20s.
Scored a critical hit.
Make it slightly less accurate. Oh, and reinforcements of some kind, maybe. Yeah, alright. Let's
Yes, Commander.
see what comes next. We got our Cyclops. And we have our Zeus.
Orders?
I'm thinking what we do is we'll... Yeah, we're not going to get close enough to be able to fire off those medium lasers, although we could send some fire towards the hatchet man, and I think that's maybe the plan. Let's move up.
Copy that.
We're not in cover, so maybe he'll aim for us over our Marauder. Or at least that's maybe the plan. We'll see if we could maybe start to knock that thing over, maybe take off that LRM. And then the medium lasers just to, I don't know, maybe take off that hatchet? I would like that thing not to have a hatchet.
Acknowledged.
Alright, LRM-20 down, that's good. And he's still got his arm. Alright, let's see. Catapult backing on up.
I've been sensor locked.
Sensor locking is not going to do too much. Let's bring... Actually, you know, we may as well go ahead and take the shot. Yeah, you know what? I think we go ahead and maybe we take out the Blackjack's leg. I feel like we could probably take it out from the side. Yeah, okay, I think we can manage this. Alright, let's bring the Zeus on forwards. We'll fire off the medium lasers. Again, unlikely that we're going to take off that right arm, but we may as well try. The LRMs can go to the Blackjack. That'll maybe not definitely, but certainly do a fair bit of damage to its leg. Maybe tip that thing over for us, which could give us some free precision shot on the next turn. Yeah.
Engaging multiple targets.
Again, we're here for the salvage, so we may as well see what we can do. And we just crit the medium laser. We did not take that arm off though.
Critical damage detected.
Okay, let's see what they do in response.
Protect that secondary asset, Commander. It's taking fire.
Alright, well, you know what? The Zeus will be fine. We can survive that.
Warning. Armor low.
Ooh, another 70-tonner. Okay.
Damage minimal.
Oh, he's going for the AC-10 shot. Okay, he is not doing what we were concerned he was going to do.
Damage minimal.
This works out quite splendidly for us. Okay, Hatchet Man's running away. That's fine. There's another
Hell
catapult.
yes.
Huh. Yeah, okay. So 2 catapults, a Hatchet Man, a Blackjack, and then I'm guessing maybe an Archer?
Yeah.
Let's bring... Again, I do like the catapult, but at the same time too, we can probably... Yeah, we've already busted up that LRM-20. It's not half as dangerous as it was. We could swing over into cover. Let's see. Hatchet Man. Over the Blackjack. Blackjack's already close to falling on over. Yeah, let's take out the Blackjack, I think. Yeah, and moving up into cover is probably ideal. Picking up some extra evasion's not a bad plan. It also means we can see, yeah, the 270 tons. Yeah, I think that'll be the play. Alright, so let's aim for this thing. Headshots, please, and thank you.
I copy.
Alright, excellent. A little more damage than I prefer, but that's okay. We'll still salvage what we can. Shots at the Zeus, that's also okay.
Damage minimal.
Oh, that's right. We forgot to double check. He did say armor was low. Whereabouts is that? That is his right arm. Okay. And that's got all the LRMs on that.
What's the plan?
Okay. Duly noted. Let's bring... No, let's move up and take a shot at the Blackjack here. Yeah, we'll fire the medium lasers at the catapult. Yeah, if we can just whittle this thing down a little bit, that's not going to hurt. But I'm kind of hoping we could take out a leg rather than the arm. But we'll take what we can get. So yeah, we'll just spread that out there.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Alright, we're definitely doing damage to that side there. That's a lot of stability damage. One missed, one hit, that's a-okay. We see another 45 and a 55. Okay, so we do have an entire second lance to deal with.
Good to go.
Let's bring... I guess let's bring our Cyclops over. I think we'll go for the lasers again. Or maybe we just focus on that blackjack. Yeah, if we knock it out by taking out, say, the right torso and the leg, that's 2 injuries. Precision strike. I doubt it's going to be enough to kill that thing. Yeah.
On it.
I think this is an acceptable use of our resources.
Confirmed.
Alright, so there we go. Legs broken.
Critical hit, Commander.
Alright, so that's that. Let's see. Yep, that was an archer. Some solid damage there.
Warning. Armor breached.
Okay, we might
Internal damage.
need to now be somewhat protective of this arm. Yeah, that right arm's definitely going to get hit, so let's go. We will retreat you up over... kind of wanted to take shots with that. Hang on a second. If we were to fire, yeah, we don't have the range for those lasers. They have another... Yeah, they have an archer here. Yeah, we definitely want to keep that right side protected. I don't think just pivoting is going to make that much of a difference. Maybe if we go swing around this way, we could fire... I don't know, LRMs at the catapult? We do have that other archer there, but again, that's pretty heavily armored. This thing back there is untouched. Maybe we try and just take out the regular catapult here and remove him from play. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go ahead and we will move back a little bit. Or in this case, move back a lot. We'll go... Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, we'll swing this way. We should have a little bit of cover. I don't think they'll have direct line of sight. We can probably protect that arm a little bit. Or maybe we just... Yeah, I'm trying not to show too much of that right-hand side if possible. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and we will... Can we do that from here? No, it's only showing more of that right side. We almost need to reverse. I think reversing is the best play here. Yeah, that's all head on. I guess this will have to suffice. No direct line of sight short of that catapult back there, but again, it's not like we're going to get shot in the back. But there's no point in losing all of our LRMs. That would be quite disastrous. Alright, let's see if maybe we can do an injury here. You know, that's got to be worth something.
Engaging target.
Alright, so again, a lot of stability damage, but not
Enemy
quite
mech.
enough.
Critical damage detected.
Yeah, if that thing wasn't in cover, we would have been much better off. Alright, good damage reduction there on our Marauder. That should be fine. Looks, oh, they have a Warhammer. Yep, that would make sense as to the PPCs we saw earlier. Alright, let's bring...
What do you need?
Let's see, your initiative is 2, so we can ignore you for now. What we could do is... Oh, we're not going to stand on that dodgy terrain there. The Warhammer wouldn't be bad to get rid of. That thing does have those optimized capacitors. Part of me also thinks that maybe taking out that catapult could be handy, just so we're not trying to protect protect ourselves from multiple flanks. Yeah, look, I think that that's probably the way that we play this. Yeah, his armor's going to be decent, but again, I think, yeah, we'll pick up a little bit of evasion. We'll have our right side shown a little bit, but again, I'd rather not get shot in the back, so we're just going to have to take the pros and cons. Mind you, we are fairly well armored, so I'm not too concerned, but again, we have to mitigate what we can.
Giving them everything I've got.
Alright, that's one main problem down.
Hostile removed.
Again, it's not like most of our mechs could comfortably shrug off 2 PPCs to the back. That would be
Awaiting orders.
quite something. Let's go... Oh, actually, you know what? Can we... Oh, we have eyes on. We're still fairly untouched. Let's move... Could go for the 2 medium laser shots. I guess that's not quite enough for the kill. That's only 50 points of damage. This thing's still going to be around. I think maybe what we do here is... Well, we could knock this thing over. That would be viable. I'm not super concerned about it either. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to reserve. Yep, we're going to reserve. We'll see what these other mechs do. If this thing stands back up again, we're going to try and knock it back down. I think that's the way that we do that.
Holding.
But we'll still have to...
Got a lock on me.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we're doing. Alright. So they're definitely aiming for
What's up, boss?
Rennick there. Let's see. What can our Cyclops do? Oh, you know what? You've actually got 4 medium lasers. That could be enough. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for that headshot there. We'll go ahead and we'll show our right-hand side. We should have plenty of armor. Yeah, our Cyclops can manage this. The question is... Yeah, if we do so from up here, we'll get a little bit of evasion. We'll get that cover bonus. We can still take the shots and, yeah, more or less keep everything happy.
Roger that.
Alright, so let's drop off those LRMs. There we go. Still got a little bit of heat to play with. Let's aim for that headshot. I know it's only 16%, but I would prefer to take some of this blackjack home if possible. Again, if 2 of them can land, what is it, 16%? We'll call that, what? Like a 1 in 7? We only need 2 of them. There's worse odds you could try and roll. It's not like we're going to get the kill if we aim for anywhere else. So, yeah. Let's go for and no dice. Okay, well, I guess that thing's gonna stand up. Alright. How you doing? What you gonna aim at? Alright, couple of laser shots. That's fine. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that blackjack's toast. Okay. Let's bring... again, this Zeus. We're trying to protect that right-hand side, aren't we? Yes, we are. So, direct line of fire is going to be the thing that we're concerned about with that Warhammer. Let's see. If we swing into this direction, could probably send an LRM over there to the blackjack and destroy it. We could then maybe start on... Or maybe we could go for the catapult. Yeah, maybe that's what we do here. Yeah, alright, we're going to move back on up. Hang on a second, let's just find as best of an angle as possible. Yeah, I think that's the one that we're going to take. I'd rather be safe, and I feel like we're going to be favouring that left side, which is what we want. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll go for a multi-target here. We'll target the catapult primarily. We'll send the LRM-10 at the blackjack, and we'll see if we can just take him off the field, boost our resolve a bit more. Yeah, and set up a few precision shots on the next round.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, unsteady, but it's barely standing, unfortunately. Blackjack.
Okay.
There we go.
Let's go.
Wouldn't have minded a little bit of that salvage, but you got to do with what you got. All right. Cyclops taking some hits, but again, that is fine.
I'm showing minor damage.
Let's see. That ace pilot's trying to regroup. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to advance for those small lasers. I do not understand.
Reporting.
Alright, cover's probably not the bad play here. We could maybe fire those medium lasers at the catapult, and then... I don't know, what do we do? The Vindicator, the Wolverine, their archers... that thing's too heavily entrenched in my opinion. I don't think we're going to really be able to do much damage. That's 40% damage reduction. I'd really maybe prefer to try and take out... Maybe we take out the Wolverine's leg? I don't know, 65%, 65... I guess the Vindicator's probably our winner there, just thanks to the odds.
Coordinates confirmed.
Alright, well we'll play with that then, I guess. Let's go for the Vindicator, since that's the most likely way to get damage. We'll aim for the catapult. We'll see if we can break off the arm, maybe the torso.
The target is confirmed.
Yeah, some solid stability damage. Not phenomenal, but not bad. That catapult's still up and kicking. Yeah, okay. They're focusing on that
Minimal
Cyclops
damage
for
on that
sure. Looks like they might go for a bit of a stability play. We do need to keep that in mind. We do not want to fall over unnecessarily. Alright, Warhammer's moving up, doing its thing. Let's bring...
Aye, aye.
You know what? That is way too low. I think we focus... Yeah, let's take care of this the Warhammer right here. That's their heaviest damage dealer. Someone else can easily deal with that catapult between now and when it gets its turn. We get... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's maybe move here just to make sure that we're not showing our back unnecessarily to the catapult. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright, and let's take that precision strike. Let's see what we can do to the Warhammer. Okay, the head was popping up over the crest and that was
Target
enough.
neutralized.
Fantastic. Alright. Here's that stability damage, which we knew that they were going to be drumming on up. Here's the Vindicator. This might hurt. No? Did he just... Oh no, sorry. He shot and then he ran. Okay, so what have we got there? We've got that AC-5 and the SRMs.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, okay. Our Cyclops is in a little bit of trouble. Well, with that then in mind, what have we got? That right torso we can probably knock out. I think what we'll do here... Yeah, we'll take both of those shots there at the catapult and try and cause an injury, and then we'll fire off the LRMs at the Wolverine. See if we can maybe pick up some attention there. Yeah, I guess that's the way that we do this. Oh, actually, you know, let's just see. Can we find a better position? 65% kind of, yeah, regardless of where we go. You know what? Let's just move on up. At least some evasion's better than others, and we are more likely to, yeah, not get shot in the back by that thing. Alright. Wolverine will have to do. You'll do.
Target acquired and locked in.
Alright, very solid stability damage there. There goes that torso, just what we wanted. There's an injury.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Yeah, still not enough to make this guy pass out, but it's better than nothing. And here we go. How much damage? Big man is still standing. Okay, that is phenomenal news. Alright, so obviously the archer is going to be going ahead and aiming for him. We do have the breaching shot and this sensor lock. Let's just double check. I think if we go ahead and... No, not brace. Hang on a second. Oh, if we reserve that...
Standing by.
Yeah, okay. If we stand still, we can drop 3 stability damage. And now that that Warhammer is gone, we don't have to worry about that much. Maybe what we do here is we stand still and we just shoot at the catapult? Is that worth doing? Have we knocked this thing over? No, 72... I guess technically we could destroy the catapult. That would be somewhat useful. Actually, you know what? If we go ahead and move, could we melee? Yes, we can. Okay, you know what? That's what we're going to go for. We're going to go for a melee. We either hit the torso and we cause another injury and hopefully kill him. We hit the center torso, then that doesn't make a difference. Either that or we sweep a leg. This cools us down. This puts us into better cover. We get rid of a lot of our stability damage. Yeah, I think this is a win-win. Or at least, well, a win for us anyway.
Targeting for physical attack. That's a kill.
Alright. Well, you know what? We're not going to fall over. That's the main thing. Yep, cool. I was not too overconfident.
Minimal
That is
damage.
good. So that will be fine. Alright, so now with that, let's just go ahead and we can more or less just fire at will. And I think we're going to focus in on that Wolverine. That looks like a fairly easy target for us to knock on over. So let's get those LRMs firing for us. Alright, structure is exposed. Ooh, and it's barely standing. Oh, that's a shame. I was honestly hoping to take out the leg.
Orders.
Alright, so now comes the question. What do we want to shoot at first? I'm thinking... that Wolverine's probably the issue. It does have jump jets. That Vindicator, it's got a couple, but not as many. Yeah. I think we go ahead and we aim for the Wolverine. If for some reason he does not die, we will definitely be doing enough stability damage to make sure that he falls over. That should be potentially enough to take him out as well, because I'm assuming we're going to take out that side torso while we're at this.
Firing. All weapons.
Okay, well there's a head hit.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
There's the knockdown. So, as I said, even if we don't quite get the kill, that is still a pretty good way of causing them some trouble. Alright, our Marauder is fine there. We can dodge that. The Vindicator is now... okay, regrouping onto that side. That is actually quite helpful for us. Alright, well then, if that is the case, let's go ahead and do what we can. Let's aim for... maybe we just fire off the 2 medium lasers and see if we can clean this thing up. We only need one of them to hit. It's either that or the Archer. That thing's got an initiative of 1. You know, let's maybe go ahead and reserve. We'll see if maybe we can use those LRMs to better use.
Not much armor left in that location.
Okay, and Big Man is okay. My goodness, he is
Receiving
close to toppling over, but he is... he is very much okay. That is fantastic. Alright, well then, since that is the case, let's go ahead and... 95% are pretty good against that Wolverine. Could even maybe scoot back over in this direction. Still solid odds. Start to outflank that Archer. I think maybe that's not a bad plan. Yeah, we get to stay nice and cool. Can apply a little bit of pressure. Stability damage isn't going to be phenomenal, but again, I doubt they're going to be aiming at us. Yeah, let's move.
Moving out.
Yep, let's go ahead and take this shot. We'll go for that headshot, 16% with 4 medium lasers. I think we can try.
Confirmed.
Come on, only one of them needs to land. Oh, still no dice. Okay then, how about... we could actually take another round of shots here.
Reporting.
Question is, would we rather do that or the Archer? You know what? I think we try with the Archer here. We're very likely to get the kill. We'll move. Yeah, nothing. It's not going to get any worse. Let's just tackle this head on. but we've
no
got better
doubt it will
LRMs
be
on the
done.
Zeus, so there's also a very high likelihood that we destroy this thing. Let's see if we can get that headshot.
Confirmed.
There we go, lethal damage. Nicely done.
Target eliminated.
Okay, so what have we got next? We have our Zeus, and I think... I don't know, do we go for the LRMs? Sorry, do we go for the Vindicator or do we go for the Archer? I think the Archer is an easy choice here. Let's just move up, and we'll fire at the Vindicator. I feel like Rannick can probably clear out the Archer. Let's just start to cause some trouble, I suppose. Oh, and yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, there goes an arm. We've almost knocked that thing down.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, top of the round.
Commander.
Let's go. We'll go ahead and... Well, you know what? We've got a prime opportunity to remove all of their indirect fire. That Vindicator is not looking healthy. I think everyone else can clean that up. Yeah, here we go. Let's move up. We'll go precision strike. Let's see if we can get rid of that Archer.
All weapons, fire.
Oh, and we got it. Alright, fantastic.
One less target.
Alright, so, one lone little Vindicator. An LRM-5. I'm surprised it actually had vision of us there, but that's okay. It is not going to be enough to
Yes,
save
Commander.
itself. So, let's go ahead and start firing our LRMs. We'll see if we can make this thing topple. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and go for a precision strike. We'll aim for the leg. The leg is what we want. Alright, not
Ready
quite.
for orders.
Cyclops, let's move you over here. That is a full salvo we can fire. But you know what? I don't know if we'll have the heat. No, not quite, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and drop off the... We'll drop off the medium laser. We'll be fine. Yeah, look at that. The leg's almost gone. Yeah. That thing's fallen over. Alright, arms gone, legs gone.
That hit something good.
Now it's just a matter of some precision shots. Alright, oh yeah, his initiative is down to 1. We've got our Zeus left, I suppose. Actually, you know what? We'll just go ahead and shoot here. We'll aim at the Vindicator, we'll drop off the LRMs, we'll see if we can salvage what we can. We'll go for the headshots.
Engaging target.
If we can soften it up, that's always worthwhile. So there we go, already hit. That leaves us with, yeah, 36 points. Rannick, I think you can put that fellow out of his misery. Alright, we're in the right area. Hold until the samples are aboard. Well, let's see how it goes.
Copy that.
And we caught the thing. Lethal damage.
Enemy down.
Ah, well,
The
but it is
asset
what it is.
in hand, Commander.
Alright,
Good work.
not bad. Okay. So, yeah, a little bit, not the best showing. Not as much salvage as I would have preferred, but at the same time, too, it could have certainly been worse. Let's see. An extra 30% in pay brings us up to 55,000 C-bills. Rannick did well. Yeah, our Zeus is a little bit worse for wear, but that's okay. We'll be able to repair that. We don't need another 2R for the archers. We've got one of those. The Blackjack I think we'll try and collect. And then here we go, a Hatchet Man. That is one mech that we definitely do not have. This is our first time we have been able to try and purchase one. Anything else is just nice. Enough to finish off another archer. Enough to start a new catapult. Almost a full Wolverine. Some other miscellaneous bits and bobs. Oh, wow. Okay, so an extra 30%, an extra 30 stability damage. That would explain why that Wolverine, sorry, not the Wolverine, the Warhammer, was dealing so much stability damage. That thing, yeah, was designed to knock us over. So, you know what? Kudos to Big Man. He actually did do a very good job in keeping that Cyclops upright. Could have very easily toppled over a few times in that mission. But it looks like we, made some solid decisions. Okay, so you know what? I think what we're going to do is, I think that will be our final contract here. I don't think that we're going to gain that much
What you asked for is cleared for fighting.
from some of the others. Let's see, what was this one? This has... No, let's go ahead and we'll bring the Hatchet Man. Let's throw in one of our... let's drop the Marauder 3D. We'll drop that into storage. The Archer, we don't need another one of those. We'll put that away. And I think what we'll do is we'll work on a couple of our mechs in the next one. I'll figure out where we want to travel. And we'll get to all of that in the next episode. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.